Start. Hello guys, good morning. Good morning student. Are you able to see me and screen? Good morning student. Good morning student. Okay. So actually in the last class I was discussing about the some basic what about the quadratic, how to make the graph. Actually not graph but just identification of the function. Means A and D. So yesterday I discussed about the A and C. If let's suppose any curve, let's suppose f of x is equal to what? Ax square plus bx plus c. And this, let's suppose A is positive. What? A is positive. What? If A is positive, then what happen? And if A is negative, then what happen? If A is negative, then what happen? And A is positive, what happen? A positive means this. What? Upward parabola. Upward parabola. This is what? Downward parabola. What? Downward parabola. That I discuss. Okay. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Kushik. Good morning, Nita. Okay, Tejas. Good morning. Now I discuss also about the D. What? D. If D is greater than 0 and D is equal to 0 and D is less than 0. D is greater than 0 means two real point, means graph is cutting at 2 points, means it's looking like this if A is positive also. And if looking like this, it means what? D is positive but A is negative. A negative and what? D is positive also. Here it touching at the axis. So this is what? A positive and D is negative. Here is what? Let's suppose this. So what we can say? Touching. It means what? A is negative, A is negative. Touching means D is equal to what? 0. Here is no touching, no cutting. So looking like this. A is positive. Here is what? If downward side, so A is negative and D is what? D is also negative. So yesterday basically I discussed about this concept. Just I revise, okay, this concept. Now I will moving toward the making the graph. Okay, how to make the graph of the quadratic function. One more thing I can discuss. Let's suppose about the C. Let's suppose if I am saying that y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. If let's suppose graph is, I don't know, assume, just I assume, if let's suppose graph is this, let's suppose, just I assume, I don't know about this is forming or this given based on data I will draw, but let's suppose this graph came. What is meaning of this point? This point means what? This point means what? This is x-axis and this one is what, beta? Y-axis. What? Y-axis. So on this x-axis, what is 0 here? Here is what? X0. So at x0, I am putting here x0 at I can say x0. At x0, what is value of y? Put here. So y is equal to what? Y is equal to what? C. So actually, when you are standing at 0, this point is what? C coming. So 0 comma C, this point. What? 0 comma C. Maybe this, if this graph is downward side, let's suppose looking like this. I don't know. Let's suppose looking like this. Okay. Then now this 0 comma C is this. I don't know what type of graph, but whatever graph is there, this point is 0 comma C. So depend on the data what they are giving. Okay. So C is the cutting point of the graph on the y-axis basically. So 0 comma C, 0 comma C. I don't know about the graph till now. So I am not touching through the graph. Just I am explaining. In this graph, let's suppose graph is this type, then what is this point? 0 comma C. Because if I put x equal to 0, then y is equal to what? C coming. 0 comma C satisfying. Simple. Now I will give the concept of what? Let's suppose here if I ask you symbol of C also, let's suppose what? Symbol of C. Here is C, in this case positive. What? Let's suppose if I am giving, let's suppose graph is this. Let's suppose graph is this. I am giving the graph. Let's suppose any function have graph this. Then what you have idea about the symbol of A and D and C actually? So our this question function is what? Y is equal to what? Y is equal to what? Ax square plus bx plus c. This graph, this y is equal to this function, and of this function this is a graph, and I given actually this graph, I given the graph, but now I am asking that what is symbol of A and D and C. So actually you can identify from here what is happening here. This graph is upward parabola. Sir, this A is positive, 100% guarantee. What? A is positive. Okay. And this graph is cutting to x-axis at 2 point. It means two distinct roots are present. It means, sir, D must be greater than 0. So this is what? D is greater than 0. Okay. D is greater than 0. And other case is what, sir? This is cutting here. It means, sir, this point is 0, C, and C is upward to this axis, means positive side. It means C symbol is also what? Positive. C symbol is also what, sir? Positive. So A and C this. If I given this question, let's suppose question is this. Let's suppose question I am giving this. Let's suppose this question I am giving. Okay. Now identify same function I am writing. Find discuss about the symbol. Y is equal to simple ax square and plus bx plus c. You know. Now you need to identify the symbol of A and C and D. So you can say, sir, A is upward parabola. So A is what? A is what? This is positive. Okay. This is cutting at two real point. It means what? D is what? D is equal to what? Cutting two distinct point. It means D is positive. And now this point where you standing here on x equal to 0. So this point is coming. What is this? 0, C. Now C is visible what? Downward side means what? Negative. It means C is what? Negative. Okay. C is what? Negative. Clear this concept? Now if I give the different graph, let's suppose I am giving the graph. This is function. Let's suppose f of x is equal to or y is equal to what? Or y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Now I am giving the graph. First graph is looking like this. Okay. Second graph is looking like this. Third graph is looking like this. Okay. Fourth graph is looking like this. Fifth graph is looking like this. Sixth graph is looking like this. Now you need to identify the symbol. Graph make the data shine when the math concept click. Okay, whole world. Okay. You are writing your thoughts. So actually, you need to identify the symbol of what? A. Identify the symbol of what? A, D, C. Later I will discuss about B also. But now on this current scenario, just you discuss about these symbol. First of all, A downward side means A is what? Negative. What is this upward side? A is positive. Downward side A is what? Negative. Up downward parabola A is negative. Upward parabola A is positive. Upward parabola A is positive. Okay. Now very simple D. D means cutting at 2 point. A distinct point is coming. So D is what? Positive. Distinct point is coming. Yes. D is what? Positive. No distinct point, no cutting. It means roots are imaginary. It means D is negative. D is what? Negative. Yes, it is cutting at 2 points means what? D is what? Positive. Cutting at 2 point, correct. So this is what? D is what? Positive. No cutting at the x-axis means D is what? Negative. Now identify the symbol of what? Symbol of now C. Okay. C. It is cutting at the negative side. Cutting point on the y-axis. C is what? Negative. What is this upward side? C is what? Positive. What is this? It will not cutting now, but if this go down, then it's cutting what? Negative side. It means C is what? Negative. Here is what? C, upward side, means C is what? Positive. Here C downward side, it means C is what? Negative. Here C is what? Negative side, it means C is what? Negative. Okay. To everyone, the clear concept about the symbol of what? A, D, C. A, D, C. Understand this concept? Then I will move to real graph, how to make the graph. Okay. If up to here clear, then write in comment, then I will move. Up to here, if everything clear, then I move. Write in the comment. Okay. So basically, yes, to everyone, yes. So basically, some steps to draw the graph. Okay. First, I am writing that step. Then we will slowly make the graph. Okay. Now see. So, steps, right? Steps to draw the graph. What? Steps to draw the graph. Okay. Now step number one. First step is what? Check leading coefficient. Means what? A. It means what? If A is positive, it's looking like this. If A is negative, it's looking like this. What is this? Upward parabola. What is this? Downward parabola. First concept is this. Second step is check D. What? Check D. D means if D is positive, D is equal to 0, or D is negative. Positive means cutting at two distinct point. What? Cutting to x-axis at two distinct point. It means either graph is looking like this, or possibility like this, but cutting to x-axis. Okay. In this case, what? A is positive. What is this? A is positive. In this case, A is what? Negative. D is equal to 0 means graph is touching, cutting to x-axis. Graph. Okay. Now graph is touching to x-axis. Touch कर रहा है. Only touching. Looking like this or looking like this. In this case, what? A is positive. In this case, what? A is negative. D less than 0 means no real root, or you can say no cut, no touch. It means what? It's maybe if A is positive, it's looking like this, or if A is negative, it's looking like this. What is this? A negative. What is this? A positive. Okay. Now, next step is what? Vertex. What is this? Vertex. Next step is what? Vertex. Vertex is what? Minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. This is a vertex. Whatever graph is making, you need to vertex this formula. Yesterday I derived minus b by 2a minus d by 4a. Okay. Next is what? Cutting point at x-axis, y-axis. Fourth point. Cutting point on what? Y-axis. Cutting point on y-axis. What will you get? 0, c. 0, c. Now cutting point on what? Cutting point on x-axis. It means roots. Roots means kiski roots? This ax square plus bx plus c. This is equal to what? 0. Find the root of this. Then this root is cutting point. Number of time the graph touch the x-axis. Number of 0. Number of distinct. This you have asked out actually. If quadratic equation is there, then only touching. If it is touching, then only one time touch. Here is not drawing. If quadratic equation are there, then if it is touching, then it touch only and only what? One time only. See here, only one time touching. It will never touch again. Never touch again. Only one time touching. Only and only one time touching. Means both roots are same on that point. Both roots are same. If it is touching 2 times, yes, these are this and these are roots. And touching means power is, you will understand on the time when I discuss the EOD application of derivative. If power is x, let's suppose I am giving y is equal to x power 4, I is equal to x power 4. So maximum 4 roots are there. If I ask you y is equal to what? X power 4. Maximum 4 roots are there. But all our graph is looking like this x square, and this is also x power 4 graph. What? This is x power 4 graph. Now you don't ask, sir, how you are drawing the graph. Here is downward side, here upward side. But this is the graph of x power 4, and all 4 roots are 0, touching at this point. So in this case, 4 roots are there. 0, 1, 0. All roots are 0, 0, 0, 0. All 4 roots are same. So depend on degree. It is now you can't understand clearly. On that time I can teach in detail that you understand. Not in this chapter, in the EOD application of derivative. In the second year, second PUC. Okay. So our main step is this. C1 step, this all step. This all are important steps to draw the basically graph. Okay. To draw the graph, all basic steps. Now I am taking the one question, so you will get. Okay. I am watching math class after getting into medical college. Okay. So these are scenario. How to draw the graph. First point is check the leading coefficient. If A positive, upward, A negative, downward. Simple. D, if D positive means cutting at 2 points, cutting. D 0, it means touching. D negative means no touch, no cut. Simple. Vertex is this formula, minus b by 2a minus d by 4a. Yesterday I derived. Cutting point on y-axis 0, c. Cutting point on x-axis means roots. So find the roots. Now I will draw the graph basically. Okay. So how to draw the graph actually? I am taking the simple data so that you can understand easily. Y is equal to x square minus 5x. Y is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. This I taken. I need to draw the graph of this function. Okay. Very important this concept. I need to draw the graph of this function. So first step is what? Step number 1. Step number 1 is what? A must be what? A, find the symbol of A. Check here. If I compare from this now, then what happened? Y is equal to what? A different pen. This is y actually y is equal to x square and plus what? Bx plus c. Okay, this. So I know what is this actually. Our comparison, A is equal to what? 1 and B is equal to what? Minus 5 and C is equal to what? 6. So first step is what? Check the A. So A is what? A is what? A is equal to 1. 1 means what is this? A is positive. What? A is positive. A positive means graph is looking like this. Graph is looking like this. Yes. Okay. So I have idea about the graph. Okay, this graph is coming like this. Simple idea I am getting. Now step number 2. Step number 2 is what? Step number 2 is what? What I do? Check the D. So D is equal to what? B square means B square. I am writing the formula. What is this? B square minus 4AC. So if D is equal to B square means minus 5 whole square minus 4 into A. A means what? A means 1. C means what? 6. So I think it is only and only 1. Okay, correct na? Yes, correct. So now you are saying that D is equal to 1. It means, sir, D is what? Positive. D positive means, sir, I know initially the graph is looking like this, but D is positive means what? Graph is cutting to x-axis 2 times, so it is looking like this. Okay, so it's look like this graph. It's look like this. Okay. Now step number 3. Step number 3 is what? Step number 3. Okay, sir. So vertex, what? Vertex. Vertex, sir, I know the formula. What? Minus b by 2a, comma, minus d by 4a. Okay, sir, I know this formula. Now what is vertex? Minus b value is what? Minus 5. This divided by 2 into a value is what? 1, comma, minus d. D value is what? 1 divided by 4a, 4 into 1. This 4 into 1. This is equal to what? 5 by 2. What is this? 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4. This. Okay. 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4. This is vertex. Okay, now I know vertex. Means, sir, what is this mean? This means our graph is coming like this, and apart from this, now I know about the vertex. What I know? Vertex. This coordinate is what? 5 by 2. Sir, 5 by 2, this point is what? 5 by 2, comma, 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4. Okay. Okay. Next step, step number 4. Okay, I should write here. Okay, so should I write here so that I can save the space for here? Now see here, I can draw the graph. What? Sir, now I know one thing. What? This. Sir, graph is looking like this. Graph is looking like this. Okay, now I understand. And this point is vertex, means 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4. Okay, okay. Now understood this one. Next step is what? Next step. Step number 4. Step number 4. Step number 4 is what? After the finding vertex, what I discussed? After finding the vertex, cutting point on what? Y-axis. What? Cutting point on y-axis. What? Cutting point on y-axis. On y-axis. It means y-axis, cutting point y-axis means what? X is equal to 0. Put the x is equal to 0 here. Then what is value coming? X equal to 0 put here. So y is equal to what? 6 coming. Y is equal to 6. It means our point is what? 0, 6 means 0, 6. It means our this graph is this. Okay, sir. Graph is this. Understood, sir. And cutting point is what? Cutting point is what? This point is what? This point is what? 0, 6. What? 0, 6. This point. Okay. Okay, sir. Now I know this point. What I know? I know this point. I know this point. Okay. I know this point. Okay. Now I want to find the root actually. This and this. So next step is what? Root. Means cutting point on x-axis. What? Step number 6. Step number 6. What? Cutting point on x-axis. Cutting point on x-axis. On x-axis. On x-axis. It means what? Roots. It means what? Roots. Okay, I know how to find the roots. Question is what? X square minus 5x minus 5x plus 6. This is equal to what? 0. Now I know how to find root. X minus 2 into what? X minus 3. This is equal to what? 0. It means what? X is equal to 2, 3. Means roots are 3. Oh, now sir, I know everything. What? Sir, this is graph, and now I know this point is 1 root, this point is other root. So this is 2 and 1 is 3. So 2 is lesser side, higher side is what? 3. This is more. This point you know, this point you know, this point you know, this point you know, everything you know. So now I am drawing the final graph. I am drawing the final graph. Okay. So the final graph is looking like this. What? It's okay. This point is what? Okay. This is our graph, and this is okay. So actually this point you know, this point is what? This point you know, this point you know. What is this? It is 2. It means this point is what? 2, 0. What is this? 3, 0. What is vertex? Vertex I know, sir. What? 5 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4. This is our vertex. No, I know this point. This point is what, sir? I already found it. This 0, 6. What? 0, 6. So this is graph of what? Y is equal to x square minus 5x plus 6. This is graph of this function. Okay. Clear these things? Any doubt in any step, you can write in the comment. I will discuss. I can clear it out. Once see all steps. If any confusion in any step, then ask. I will repeat. Okay, no doubt. Okay. So, no doubt. Okay. Once, okay, I am giving now next question so that you can handle. Draw the graph. Try to draw the graph. Now, actually, just I am changing here x square minus 5x minus 6. Okay. Up to here clear? Okay, everything is clear, everyone writing. So, now I am giving the question what? Similar question, y is equal to what? X square minus 5x minus 6. Draw the graph of this. Once you do properly, then identify in any step. If it is difficulty, then ask. Once you draw the graph of this, function is different. Don't think previous one is giving x square minus 5x minus 6 is giving. In the previous question, x square minus 5x plus 6 is coming. So function is different. Means y quadratic is different. So different graph will come. But try to make the graph of this function. First, I am giving some time. You can draw the graph. Draw the graph. Take some time and draw the graph. But try to do this graph. Okay, I am doing slowly. You also do by yourself. I am doing. If any confusion, you can check from my solution. Okay. So simple things. What? First step. First step is what? I know what, sir. A value is a is equal to what? 1. It means, sir, a is what? Positive. A is positive. It means graph is coming like this. Okay. Step number 2. D. D is equal to what, sir? Minus 5 square minus 4 into 1 into what? Minus 6. It is what? Positive only. What? Positive. I need to find letter D. Okay, I will write. D is equal to how much? 24 and 49. What is this? 49. It means, sir, it means D is positive. D positive means it is cutting like this. Cutting at 2 distinct points. Okay. Cutting at D. Yes, correct. Khushi, correct. D is equal to 49. Yes. Now step number 3. Vertex. What? Vertex. Vertex is what, sir? I know formula. Minus B by 2A, comma, minus D by 4A. So this is equal to what? Minus B means minus of minus 5 divided by 2 into A value is what? 1. Okay, comma, minus D is value what? 49 divided by 4 into A value is what? 1. This. So 5 by 2, comma, 5 by 2, comma, 49 by 1. I think minus 41 by 4. Minus 49 by 4. Okay. Now next step is what? Fourth step is what? After finding the vertex, you can find the cutting point on the which fourth point? You can find the cutting point on what? Y-axis. Cutting point on Y-axis. It means what? Cutting point on Y-axis. It means what? That this is what? x is 0, it means 0 comma 0 comma what come, x 0, then y is equal to what, minus 6. This is cutting point. It means, sir, this is graph is looking like this. Okay. Oh, so our cutting point is now negative. So I should draw the graph not like this. I need to draw the graph different way. Okay. Vertex is this. It means this point is, sir, this point is, so the vertex is this. Arey yaar, banja. This point is what? This. Okay. Now this cutting point is what? Negative. So this is actually, if I draw the graph of like this, okay. Now it's a positive. Okay. So this is, oh no, it's positive cutting. See here. How should I cut? Like this. I should cut like this. Okay. So that this point is what? This 5/2 means positive side. So this side only. So this point is what? 5/2 and comma, what is this? Minus 49/4. Because y is negative. Here is what? This point and this point I need to find. Here I find it what? This point. What is this? This point is 0 comma minus 6. Okay. Now I need to find this point only. Means cutting point on x-axis. 5 point. Cutting point on x-axis. It means what? Roots. It means what? Roots basically. So roots I need to find. So what is this? X square minus 5x and minus 6 is equal to 0. So I think x square minus 6x plus x and minus 6 is equal to 0. It means x minus 6 common, x common here and plus 1 common. So x minus 6, this is equal to 0. It means x plus 1 into what? X minus 6 is equal to 0. It means what? Roots are 1 comma 6. Okay, 1 comma 6. One root is 1 is alpha comma beta, you can say. So, not 1, minus 1. What is the minus 1? So what is this point? This point is what? Minus 1 comma 0, and this point is what? 6 comma 0. If I draw beautiful graph, then I can say, okay, it's looking like this. Okay, this is our axis. Okay, and now if I want to draw, this point is 5/2 something. Here is minus 1. It's passing from here, and minus 1 comma 0, and one point is what? This point is 1 comma 0, and one point I required 0 comma minus 6 is somewhere here. What? 0 comma minus 6. Okay, one point I required 5/2 means x positive 5/2 is somewhere here, and what is this? Minus 40. It is more than 12. So coming here actually, let's suppose here, this point is what? 5/2 comma minus 49 by what? 4. So your graph is coming like this, sir. Okay, you can draw the graph, and one point is what? 6 comma 0 also. So what is this? Somewhere here 6 comma 0. So I will draw the graph of like this. Okay. This. So this and this are the roots, and this root is what? 6 comma 0. Okay, and this point, you know everything. So this point is what? This line actually, x is equal to what line? 5/2. Everything about this clear? Graph. If any doubt, you can ask. Everything clear about the graph? How many of draw the same graph what I am drawn? Clear. Okay. Yes, understood. Okay. Graph is clear now? Yes. So now I am giving one more graph. So practice this graph also. Okay. So I am writing one graph. What is this? Y is equal to minus x square plus 4x and plus 1. This is what graph? Yes. Just draw the graph of this. Yes. Just practice this graph. Because graph is very important. Just practice this graph. Okay. Yes. Jeevan, Khushi, Mansa. Yes. So draw this graph. Try to draw this graph. Because very important concept, whole 2 year. If you are JEE student, really it is required this. For the NEET students, it's okay. If you know, it's very good. If you don't know, it's okay. But for JEE student, very basic things. This everywhere required to draw the graph. So, how to draw the graph actually? I discuss. Just identify. Write your step in your copy and draw this just graph. So what is this actually? Age equal to what? -1. It means what? Age what? Negative. It means, sir, this is looking like this. Simple. A negative means looking like this. Okay. Somebody writing 16 and 20. I will check what is D. I don't know. So second step about the D. So D is equal to what? B square means 4 square minus 4 into -1 into 1. So what is this? D is equal to what? D is equal to what? 20. And D is positive. D is positive means it is cutting at two different points. Okay. So D is looking like, graph is coming like this. Okay. And now in the third step, what? Third step. After D, what you write? Vertex. Vertex. Somebody writing D is 12. No. Kalam, D is not 12. D is what? 20. G1, D is 12. No. D is what? 20. So now next step is what? After D, vertex. What? Vertex. So vertex. What is vertex formula? Vertex formula is simple. Yesterday I derived minus B by 2A, comma, minus D by 4A. Okay. So what is this vertex? Minus B. B value is what? 4. So minus 4 divided by 2 into A value is what? -1. Okay. Minus comma. D is what? D is 20 by 4 into A value is what? A value is what? -1. So what is about this vertex actually? Actually vertex is what? It is cancel. Minus cancel. What is this? 2, comma. What is this? -5. Correct. This -5. 5. Okay. This coming vertex 2, 5. 2, 5. Really? Yeah. No, 1 minute. D value is what? Okay. I have done here mistake. Correct. Your answer is correct. It is here minus cancels. Only 2, 5. Correct. So D is what? 2, 5. D is what? 2, 5. Yes. This vertex 2, 5. Yes. Correct. Vertex is 2, 5. Now next step is what? Next step is what? About cutting point on the y-axis. Cutting point on y-axis. It means what? This cutting point on y-axis. So put the 0, x value 0, then y value is what? 1. Sorry, 0, 1. Now you need to find the root actually. Cutting point on x-axis. So cutting point on x-axis. It means what? Roots. What? Roots. So I need to find the roots actually. So what is this equation? X square plus 4x and plus 1. This is equal to what? 0. Find the root. So x square minus 4x plus 1. So roots is, it is minus. So I think root factorization is not possible. So what I will do? I will apply Dharmastala formula. Then x is equal to what? Minus b means 4 plus minus under root of b square means 16 plus minus 4 into, so it is 4 divided by what? 2. So 20. 20 means it is 20. 20 means 4 outside, means 2 outside. So 2 plus and minus, what is this? What remaining inside this? Root 5. So actually one root is what? 2 plus root 5, and other root is what? 2 minus root 5. What? 2 minus root 5. So now I know the graph. What? Okay. It means what is this cutting point? Here if I draw cutting point means 0, 1. So graph is looking like this. Okay. 0, 1. 0, 1 means it is looking like this. This point is what? 0, 1. Okay. Okay. So actually graph is this this is negative, because root 5 value is what? Minus, it is 2 point something. So it is negative side. What is this? Negative root. Negative root. And what is this? Positive root. What is this? Positive root. Positive root. Negative root, positive root. Okay. So what I can do now? I am drawing the correct graph. So actually it's vertex 2, 5. Correct. So I am drawing now graph. This graph is 0, 1 cutting like this. Okay. Why this point is what? This point is what? 0, 1. 0, 1. This point is what? This cutting point 2 minus root 5, comma what? 0. It is negative because it is 2 minus root 5 now. Now this is what? 2 plus root 5. 2 plus root 5, comma what? 0. Yes. What is this point? Vertex. What is this point? Vertex I am writing downside. This point is what? 2, 5. What? 2, 5. So what is this line if I require x equal to 2? Okay. Everything is clear up to here. Any doubt? Okay. Yes. If everything clear, then I will give the next. Now one touching point, one cut touching, and one is what you take different example of what no touch, no cut. Okay. Now this concept clear, this question clear. Then I will move in the next question. Okay. If this one is clear, then I will give this. Y is equal to what? X square minus 6x plus 9. Just draw the graph of this function. Okay. Draw the graph of this function. ये negative, anything negative? Negative given, na? Yes. Now this one take. No doubt, sir. Okay. Draw the graph of this. See some analysis in this. Let's suppose what? A negative. A negative means okay, sir, this side, downward side. D is coming what? Positive, means cutting at 2 point. Yes, cutting 2 point at the graph. Now what is cutting point on y-axis? 0, 1. 0, 1 is visible. Cutting point on the x-axis, real roots are there because D is positive, so cutting point at this visible clearly. Okay. Now I am giving this question. Solve this one. Some different, this one. Procedure same, but graph will come different. So basically, this is what? First step. First step is what? A is what? 1, means positive. A is what? Positive. So you can say, sir, A is what? Positive. It means what? It is looking like this. Okay. Second step, D. D is equal to, sir, minus 6 ka whole square minus 4 into 1 into 9. So what is this? 0. 0. Now D is 0. D 0, it means touching. D is equal to 0. 0 means touching. Now next step is what? 3. 3 means what? Vertex. What is vertex? Now vertex. Vertex is what, sir? Formula I know. Minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. Okay. What is this vertex? Minus b value is what? 6. Minus 6 plus 6 by 2 into 1. Okay. Comma minus d. D is what? 0 by 4 into. So what is this actually? What is this? 3, 0. Wow, wonderful. So this point is what? 3, 0. 3, 0. This vertex touching point. Now fourth one. Yes, tell me. Now fourth one means what? Cutting point on y-axis. Cutting point on y-axis. It means what? 0, comma. I will put 0. Then what will be coming? 9. 0, comma 9. Okay. Now cutting point on x-axis. Cutting point on x-axis. Cutting point on x-axis. X-axis means what? Roots. Means what? Roots. How to find roots? You know. What is this? Actually x square minus what? 6x plus 9. So actually this. What is this? X minus 3 whole square is equal to what? 0. It means both root are 3, 3. Both root are 3. Yes, obviously it is what? Same root. Touching. Touching means roots are same. Yes, 3, 3. It means it is looking like this. Touching. It means this point is what? You already know this point is what? 3, 0. Both root are 3. So if I want to draw the graph, complete graph of this, then our axis is what? This. Okay. And see this graph. Here is touching. Here is touching what? 3, 0. Here touching what? 3, 0. And here is cutting to y-axis 0, 9. 0, 9 is somewhere here. 0, 9. So graph is coming like this. Okay. So graph is this. This is touching at 2 different points and cutting at 0, 9. Roots are what? Both roots are what? 3, 3. Okay. Clear this concept? Sir, can you once again teach the cutting point on y-axis? Cutting point on y-axis means y-axis. Y-axis means what? On the y-axis, what is 0? X0. X0 I need to put and find the value of y. So in this question, I am putting the x equal to 0. What I am putting? X equal to 0. I am putting x equal to 0. So this value 0, this value 0. Then what remaining? Y is equal to what? 9. So y is equal to what? Coming 9. So 0, 9 is cutting point on the y-axis. Yes, vertex, point and roots on the x-axis are same. Yes, obviously same. Same is visible. And same is coming also. What? 3, 0, 3, 0. Yes, it is same. Clear this concept? Now, I will give one more question so that everything is clear about this topic. Okay, I am writing one more question. This clear everything? If any doubt in any step, you can ask. I will explain again. No issue. Everything clear, student? You know this graph in the 10th class? Because when I teach in the competitive, the Olympiad, then on the time I discuss all the things in the 10th class also. Okay. Okay, not studied. Okay. So now I am giving one more graph, so that point is also clear. Okay. One I am not taking this. Take this example. Let's suppose our question is what? Y is equal to what? 2x square, minus 4x and what? Plus 3. Before this, you understood this one here. This is this concept. What is this? Actually, this line is what? X equal to 3 line. What is this? 3 line. X equal to 3 line. Our question is, this is nothing but very simple. What? X minus 3 whole square. X minus 3 whole square actually given. So I know y is equal to x square is this. See, y is equal to x square is this. Y is equal to x square is this. But if I say y is equal to what? X minus 3 whole square. So this graph will shift at the 3. So this is graphing coming at 3 point. This graph is coming 0, 3, 0. In the second year, in the second PUC, when I will discuss the transformation of graph, on the time I discuss how I can directly draw the graph, this graph, without using these steps. These are basic. You need to clear these basics. Then I will directly draw this graph without drawing these things. These are the basic. Bachcho wala step. This I can do directly, pro level. But this I will teach in the what? Second PUC, when I teach the function chapter. In the function, what transformation of graph. You study IIT JEE syllabus, then definitely I will teach this syllabus. In the NEET level, this is transformation is not required, not this on that level. But yes, for the JEE it is required. So I will discuss on that time how to transform directly here to here. Okay. So now you draw this, just graph this only. This graph. Yes, upward parabola, correct. Husi, correct. So what is this basically here in this question? This a is equal to what? 1. First step is what? A is equal to what? Not 1, A is equal to what? 2. Our A is equal to what? 2. So this 2, this 2, it means what? A is what? Positive. It means what? Upward parabola. Okay. Second step is D. D is equal to what? Minus 4 whole square, minus 4 into 2 into 3. How much? It is what? 16 minus 24, minus 8, I think. Now D is negative. Yes. For that purpose, I am giving the question. D negative. D negative means no touching, no cutting. D is negative. Yes. Means no touch, no cut. Means it's looking like this only. No touch, no cut. It's graph like this, visual like this, and no touch, no cuts. X-axis are this. Now third point. Third point is what? Third point is what? Vertex. What? Vertex. Now vertex is what? Minus b by 2a, comma minus d by 4a. So what is this vertex? Minus b. So minus minus plus 4 by 2 into a value is what? A value is what? Also 2a. Okay. Comma minus d, minus minus plus 8 by 4 into a is what? 2. This is our vertex. So what is this vertex? This 1 comma 1 comma 1. Wonderful. 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1. Now one person is asking cutting point on the y-axis. See this cutting point on y-axis. So what is this cutting point on y-axis? Y-axis. It means what? It means what? This x is 0. X is 0. X0 put here in this equation x0. Y is what? 3. So 0 comma 3. It means it is, yes, it is graph like this. Graph like this. No touch, no cut. But this point is what? This 0 comma 3. Now last option what? Cutting. What? Cutting point on x-axis. What? Cutting point on x-axis. It means root. It means root. So I need to find the root. Actually, this is minus 4x plus 3. Now tell me, just you explain me. Here D is negative. D negative means what? No touch, no cut. No touch, no cut means what? No real root. No real root means what? I need to find the root. But here I discuss no real root means no real root. No real root. It means what? No real cutting. Yes, I know in the time. This is no cutting. So I can't say cutting. It is cutting to x-axis. No, it's never cutting. It means what? No cutting, not cutting to x-axis. X-axis. So just simple graph. What? This is our axis. Okay. Vertex is what? 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 is lies somewhere here. Okay. 1 comma 1. What is this? 1 comma 1. Vertex is this. 0 comma 3 is cutting point here. 0 comma 3 is opening this. It is enough. What is this? 1 comma 1. 0 comma 3. Simple this graph. Simple this graph. Yes, yes. No real root. Yes. Correct. 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 So here this clear. This watch case remaining because D is what? Negative. So no real root. No real root means no cutting to x-axis. Means just going to above. So this concept is clear. How to draw the graph of any parabola, means any quadratic function I given or quadratic polynomial, and you can draw the graph of any quadratic polynomial, not all cubic and the power fourth or the, but linear. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I discussed linear, how to draw the graph y is equal to 3x plus 4, like linear graph. Today I discuss about the parabola graph. Okay, so if everything is clear up to here, then write in the comment box, then I will wind up the session. If everything is clear, then write in the comment, then I will wind up the session. Yes, clear, sir, clear. Okay, okay. If everything clear, then okay. Okay, then we will meet Monday. Okay? Understood, sir. Okay, okay. Okay, student. Okay. Okay, I'm binding the session. Okay. Okay, bye, student. Bye.
Okay. Yes, hello students. Good morning to everyone. So I hope you attended the last session of vectors. So we will be continuing with that. Any state board students? Any students from state board? I think they have completed their exams. Yes, hello, good morning everyone. State board exam ಮಾಡದ ಅದಂತ yes. Any state board students? I hope you have attended yesterday's class. Okay. So before attending this session, please attend the yesterday's class once. Okay. You can find the link in the your admission group, or you can find the link in the YouTube channel. Okay. Sir, when is the CBSE result? Okay. I hope your school have been informed you. It may be, I think, 20, I think. Okay. So we shall continue the vectors. So we discussed different type of vector. Can you tell me which are they? Okay, I have drawn some pairs here. We have drawn some pairs. So the first one, I have drawn two vectors here. I have represent two vectors. These are parallel vector. Okay. Yes, it is parallel, but whether it is equal vector, this one, the first one, it is equal vector. Why? The two vectors are parallel and also the length are same. Okay, length are almost same. If length is same, it means magnitude is same. And what about the second one? And what about third one? And what about fourth one? Okay. The first one is equal vector. The second one, here we can see the direction is same, but the magnitude is not same. Okay. Here the magnitude is not same. Then here only direction is same. Then we can call it as parallel vector. Now, what about this? Here the direction is opposite. We can call it as anti-parallel. This is anti-parallel vector. Okay. Next. What about this? This is also anti-parallel, but we can tell if this is a vector, I can call it as minus a vector. Okay. Here the magnitude is same. Here the magnitude is same and direction is opposite. So if length is same, and direction is opposite, I can call second vector, I can call it second is negative vector of first one. here the magnitude is not same, but when the magnitude is same and direction are opposite, we can call it as a negative vector. Okay, now you should know what is negative vector. What is negative vector? If you have a vector A in some direction, what is negative vector? Negative vector is a vector. Negative vector is a vector having same magnitude of given vector but taken in opposite direction. Okay. How to draw a negative vector? How to draw a negative vector? The length should be same, but direction should be opposite. If anyone asks what is the angle between these two vectors, it is 180 degree. Okay. If two vectors are in same direction, we call angle as 0. If two vectors are opposite in direction, then the angle is said to be 180 degree. Okay. So, the simple question, what is the angle for parallel vector? For parallel vectors, what is the angle between two vectors? Angle is 0. And what is the angle between anti-parallel vector? Or a negative vector and its original vector? Here minus A is the negative vector of A. Then what is the angle between negative vector of a given vector? It is 180. And same thing goes for anti-parallel vector. Okay. This is a common question. And we have one more type of vector. Okay. Can you tell me what is the angle here? I have drawn two vectors here. It is A and it is B. What is the angle between these two vectors? You can clearly see one is directed in y axis and another is directed in x axis. -90 degree, right? If angle between two vectors is 90 degree, then they are called as orthogonal vector. Orthogonal vector. What are orthogonal vector? If angle between two vectors is 90 degree, then it is called orthogonal vector. Okay. Now, yesterday I have written I cap, j cap and k cap. What are they? These are unit vectors. Okay. These are unit vectors. I cap, j cap and k cap, or if I write a cap, this represent unit vectors. Now, what is the significance of this unit vector? They indicate direction. Okay. So, if anyone asks what is I cap, if anyone asks what is I cap, it is a unit vector. If anyone asks what is a cap, what is a cap? A cap is a unit vector, and a cap shows direction of A. What does a cap does? A cap shows the direction of A vector. And what does B cap do? What is B cap? B cap is unit vector of B. And what is the significance of B cap? B cap shows direction of B vector. Okay. A cap shows direction of A vector, B cap shows direction of B vector. Okay. In some problem, they will ask us to find unit vector. Okay. Unit vector will show the direction of a given vector. Okay. For example, if I write F vector is equal to 2I cap. How to represent a vector? A vector quantity is represented by magnitude. Here A means magnitude and A cap is a unit vector. A cap is unit vector. Okay. So here A shows the magnitude. What is the magnitude? For example, here 2 Newton is the magnitude of force and I cap represent direction. So in which direction the force is acting? The 2 Newton force, it is acting in x direction, right? 2 Newton is acting in x direction. So can you tell me what is the unit vector of this 2I cap? F vector is equal to 2I cap. Can you tell me what is the unit vector? Here unit vector is I cap. Okay. What is I cap? I cap shows the direction of this force. If I write force is equal to 4 minus J cap. Can you represent this graphically or geometrically? We have a force. Force is a vector. Force is equal to 4 minus J cap. What is the direction of this force? Can you tell me what is the direction of this force? What is the magnitude of force? Magnitude of force is 4 Newton. Right? 4 Newton is acting in downward direction. So if anyone asks what is the unit vector? Unit vector is minus J cap. Okay. Okay, now see here. Now I am writing a vector here. I am writing a vector here. So this end is called tail and this end it is called head. Okay. Vector is represented by an arrow. A tail, it has some coordinates x1, y1, z1. For plotting some graph, we need coordinates, right? How many coordinates are there? There are 3 coordinates: x axis, y axis, and z axis. X coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate, right? Here the coordinate is x1, y1, z1, and this point the coordinate is x2, y2, z2. Okay. Now, what is the length of this? What is the length or what is the magnitude of this? Magnitude of this vector. How to calculate the magnitude of this vector? Or what is the length of that? I think you have studied in your mathematics. What is the distance between 2 points? If you have coordinates, I can find the distance between 2 points. For example, we have a 2 axis. One point is at 1, 0 and another point is at 5, 0. Can you tell me what is the distance between these 2 points? What is the distance between these 2 points? Which formula we can use? This is a simple case. The distance between these 2 points is 5 minus 1, right? And 0 minus 0. After solving this, the distance will be 4 meter, right? Distance formula. Okay. What about the length here? Length or magnitude? When you know the coordinates, we can use x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay. If I know the coordinates at tail and coordinates at head, we can find the length of this vector. Length of the vector is nothing but magnitude. Okay. So root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay. If a tail is at origin, tail is at origin. If the tail is at origin, then x1, y1 and z1, it will be 0, right? So for an instant, we have a 2 axes. One is x, another is y. We have a vector here. Its tail is at origin. So what will be the coordinates? It is 0, 0, 0. And what will be the coordinate here? Okay. I can draw the projections here. From this side, I will draw the projection. This length, let it be y, and this length, let it be x. Then what will be the coordinates? X comma y comma and z will be 0, right? Z will be 0. Why? Because this is in a plane, in x y plane. The vector is in xy plane. In xy plane, the z coordinate is 0. Okay. Remember, in xy plane, z coordinate will be 0. Then what will be the length of this? If this is a vector, what is the length of this? Or magnitude? Magnitude can be represented in this way, modulus of a vector. Okay. How to calculate the magnitude? It is root of, what is the coordinate at head? It is x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square and z 0 minus 0 whole square. So what is the magnitude of a vector? Magnitude of a vector is root of x square plus y square. If a vector is in plane, then what will be the length or what will be the magnitude? It is simply root of x square plus y square. Okay. If it is in a space, a vector in space, like the tail is at 0, 0, 0, and the head, they have some coordinate 1, 1, 2. Now, what is the length of this vector? Or What is the magnitude? Magnitude of this vector. What will be the answer for this? What is the length of this vector? I have already given you a formula. The length is calculated using the formula root of y2 minus y1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay. What is the length of this vector? Yes, root of 1 minus 0, it is 1 square, plus 1 minus 0, it is 1 square, plus 2 minus 0, 2 square. What will be the answer for this? Magnitude of a vector is equal to 4, 5, 6. Whether it is 6 or root 6, yes, it is root 6. Right? The length of the vector is root 6, which means magnitude is root 6. Now, if we have a vector here, this vector can be written as x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. If the coordinates at head is x comma y comma z and tail is at origin 0 comma 0 comma 0, head have coordinates x comma y comma z, a vector can be written in this form. Okay. If a vector have coordinates 1 comma 1 comma 2 and here we have 3 comma 3 comma 4, how to represent this geometrical form in a mathematical form? This is the geometrical representation of a vector. This is a geometrical representation. Now, what will be the mathematical representation? If this is a vector A vector, in mathematical form, we can represent this as 3 minus 1 I cap plus 3 minus 1 j cap plus 4 minus 2 k cap. Okay. So, what will be the A vector? This is 2 I cap, 2 j cap and 2 k cap. Right? Then, if they ask what is the length of this, magnitude of this vector, then this will be root 12. Right? Okay, you should be able to represent a vector in geometrical as well as mathematical form. Okay. So, if A vector is represented as xi plus yj plus zk, what will be the magnitude? You have to remember this formula. It is simply root of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay. If a vector is mathematically represented as xi plus yj plus zk, then its magnitude is root of x square plus y square plus z square. Now, A vector can also be written as magnitude of A into A cap, right? This is one method to represent a vector. This is in the coordinate form, a vector represented using coordinates. We also represent vector by magnitude and direction separately. We can represent a vector by magnitude and its direction separately. Here we have vector form in terms of coordinates. We can represent a vector in the form of magnitude and direction separately. So, if anyone asks what is the direction of this vector, this is the length of the vector, right? Magnitude of a vector, it is nothing but length. It is calculated by root of x square plus y square plus z square. If anyone asks what is the direction, then you have to use a cap is equal to a vector divided by a. If anyone asks find the direction of a vector, you have to perform a vector by magnitude. For example, we have a vector here. A vector is equal to 2i plus 2j. We have a vector. We have a vector. Now, what is the length of this vector? What is the length of this vector, or what is the magnitude of the vector? What is the magnitude of this vector? And direction. You have to find the magnitude and direction. If they ask the direction of the vector, it means you have to find unit vector. What is the magnitude formula? What is the magnitude formula? A vector is equal to, how to calculate magnitude? Root of x square plus y square plus z square. Then what is the A magnitude? A magnitude is root of, what is x value? X value is 2. Therefore 2 square. Then what is the y value? Y is also 2. 2 square. We don't have any z term, so z is 0. So what is the magnitude of A vector? Magnitude of A vector is, it is 2 square 4 plus 4, it is 8, right? Two square plus 2 square, whether it is 4 or whether it is 8, you have to square the coordinates and you have to add them. Okay, some of them have commented 4 actually. Okay, 4 is not the magnitude. It is root 8, right? What is the magnitude of this vector? It is not 4. Okay. How to calculate the magnitude if the vector is given in this form? If a vector is given in the coordinate form, then you have to use this formula, root of x square plus y square plus z square. It is root 8. Or we can write it as 2 root of 2. 2 root of 2. Okay, now next we have found the magnitude. Magnitude is 2 root 2. Now next question is you have to find the direction. Though direction is nothing but unit vector. How to find the unit vector? Unit vector is found by the given vector divided by its magnitude. Okay, how to find the unit vector? the given vector divided by its magnitude. If you use this, what is the given vector? It is 2i cap plus 2j cap divided by, what is the magnitude? It is 2 root 2. Right? So to simplify this, a cap, it is equal to, here 2 is common, I plus j cap. In the denominator we have 2 root 2. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. What is a cap? A cap is I cap plus j cap divided by root 2. Okay, I cap plus j cap divided by root 2. This is the unit vector. So okay, now you know I cap it is in x axis and j cap it is in y direction. But what is the direction of this I plus j cap divided by root 2? It represents some direction. Okay, now let us represent this geometrically. Okay, how to find the direction in a geometrical way? Okay, then you will get to know which direction is this. So direction of this vector is represented by this I plus j by root 2. Now we will represent this vector as in a geometrical form. Okay, here look at here. What is the x value? X value is 2 and it is 2i cap. Okay, so we have two axes, x and y axis. Now how to represent this vector in a geometrical way? In x direction, what is the magnitude? 2. So I have to write a vector whose magnitude is 2 in x direction. Okay, and now what is the second term? Second term is 2, its direction is j cap. So I have to write a second vector which is 2 in y direction. Okay, now a vector is equal to 2i plus 2j. That's why I have written this is 2i plus this is 2j. Okay, now this vector represents 2i and this vector represent 2j. But what is the direction of this 2i plus 2j? Now the simple method to find the direction in a geometrical way is we have to complete the geometrical form. So what is the length here? It is 2. So same length you have to take in the opposite side. If it is 2, this value is also 2, and here we have 2. The same value should be copied here, 2. Then second step, we have to draw a diagonal. Okay, you have to draw a diagonal, and this is the direction of 2i plus 2j. Okay, how to represent this vector geometrically? First write the x term, then draw the y term, then you have to complete the figure. Sometime it will be a square, sometime it will be a rectangle. Okay, then you have to draw the diagonal. The diagonal will represent the given vector. And where you have to draw the diagonal? where the tile meets. Here at this point, tile of two vectors are joining. You have to draw a tile of the vector and draw the diagonal. Okay, we shall draw one more. For example, a vector is represented mathematically as 3i cap plus 4j cap. You know, 3i cap, this is in x-axis, and 4j, it is in y-axis. But in which direction is 3i plus 4j? In the combined way. If you have only 3i, it is in x direction, and if you have only 4j, this is in y direction. Okay, but in which direction 3i plus 4j is placed? Okay, in which direction 3i plus 4j is actually directed? Okay, simple method. You have to draw two axes. Okay, how to find the direction of this in a geometrical way? First write the vector which is in x, it is 3i. So I will draw a vector whose magnitude is 3. Okay, and another one, the second term, it is 4j. This is 4. Okay, now we have two sides, we can complete. You have to draw the opposite sides. You complete this into a rectangle. So opposite sides are same. After drawing two vectors, I draw a rectangle. If this is 3, then this side will be also 3, and it is 4, and this side is also 4. Now we have a tile here. The two tiles meet at this point, so I have to draw a diagonal. Okay, at this point we have a tail, and at this point we have a head. Okay, so this diagonal represents 3i plus 4j. Okay, and if they ask what is the length of this, you can use the trigonometry also. This is 4, this is 3, this will be the hypotenuse, the length will be 5. Or else we can use the mathematical formula. What is magnitude of a vector? Magnitude of a vector is root of x square plus y square plus z square. After solving this, a vector modulus is root of 3 square plus 4 square plus 0 square. Then this will be 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. Then the answer will be root 25, which is 5. Right? Or if you use trigonometry also, the answer will be same. This is 3 and this is 4, and this length will be 5. Okay. Now, see here, we have a vector as 3i plus 3j. If you represent this geometrically, you have to draw a vector of magnitude 3 in x-axis, and you have to draw another vector of length 3 in y-axis. Okay, how to plot graph if z value is given? Okay, we cannot plot a 3D graph. Okay, in mathematics you cannot plot a graph having all the 3 coordinates. Okay, that's why we will be using CAD software. 3D CAD, if you want to plot all the 3 coordinates, that is x, y and z, you have to use a CAD software. You can only plot planes. in a book or in a graph sheet, you can only plot 2D graph. Either it is XY or it is YZ or it is ZX. You cannot plot if all the 3 coordinates are given. Okay. But in a software, in a CAD software, you can plot them. But we can plot a 2D graph perfectly in a graph sheet. We cannot plot a 3D graph. 3D graph plot padakagala. Okay, a sheet is a 2D plane, right? We cannot draw a 3D structure in a plane. Accurate ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, just represent ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, but ಅದು ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, we have 3i and 3j. Okay, now this represents 3i and this represents 3j, and in which direction we have 3i plus 3j. This represents 3i and this represents 3j, but what is the direction of 3i plus 3j? It is found by draw a rectangle here. So I have drawn a rectangle. If this is 3, this side is also 3, and if this is 3, the opposite side is also 3, because it is a right. Now we have a square. Now we have to draw a diagonal. Okay, so at the point where tile meets, we have a tile, and at another point we have a head. So this diagonal is 3i plus 3j. Okay, now here, if this side is 3 and this side is also 3, can you tell me what is the angle here? Opposite side. You can see this is a triangle, right? We have a triangle here. We have a triangle here. You can clearly see we have a triangle. The opposite side is 3 and adjacent side is 3. What is the angle here? In a triangle, if opposite side and adjacent side is same, what is the angle? (45°), right? (45°), right? Now look at here. Whenever the x coordinate and y coordinate are same, whenever the x coordinate and y coordinate are same, that vector is at an angle 45° to x axis or y axis. Okay, when x coordinate and y coordinate are same, then this vector makes an angle 45° with x axis. You have to remember this. Suppose we have a vector, a vector is equal to 6i plus 6j. In this one, x and y coordinate are same, right? In which direction this vector will be? We can simply draw a vector at an angle 45°. By looking at this mathematical form, I can directly tell this vector, it is an angle 45°. Okay, when x coordinate and y coordinate are same, then that vector makes an angle 45° with either x or either y. Okay, now how to find the angle here? How to find the angle made by vector? We can use this formula, tan inverse of, okay, tan theta x is equal to y coordinate by x coordinate. We can use this. What is theta x? Theta is the angle made by vector with x axis. Okay, Try to find the unit vector of this one. Try to find the unit vector by using this formula. A cap is equal to A vector divided by modulus of A vector. Okay. We have some significance about this equation. If the two coordinates are same, x and y, the magnitude are same, then the vector will make an angle 45 degree with x-axis. Okay. Both should be positive. What is the unit vector of this one? Unit vector of this is, what is A vector? It is 6i plus 6j. If you find the magnitude of this one, 6i plus 6j, it is directly 6 root 2, then 6 and 6 get cancelled. What is the unit vector? It is I plus j divided by root 2. I plus j by root 2. Okay. So, if any vector makes an angle 45 degree, if any vector makes an angle 45 degree, then its unit vector is I plus j divided by root 2. Okay. If any vector makes an angle 45 degree, its directional vector is represented by I plus j divided by root 2. Okay. If two coordinates are same, then this vector makes an angle 45 degree with x as well as y, and their unit vector will be I plus j divided by root 2. If you want to represent a direction which makes an angle 45 degree, then the directional vector or unit vector is I plus j divided by root 2. For example, another one example, A vector is equal to 8i plus 8j. What is the direction of this one? If anyone asks what is the direction or in which direction this vector is, it is simply, since both coordinates are same, the vector is making an angle 45 degree, and if anyone asks what is the unit vector, its unit vector is I plus j divided by root 2. This unit vector you should remember. So, we have two axes. If this is x, then this is minus x, this is y, this is minus y. If this is treated as east and this is west and this is north and this is south. If x direction is treated as east direction and west direction is taken for minus x, and north it is taken in y direction, and minus y represents the south direction. Okay. Then in vector form, east direction is given by I cap, south direction is given by minus j, west direction is given by minus I cap, north direction it is given by j cap. Okay. In a problem they have mentioned east, west, north and south. Then instead of writing east direction, you can use I cap. Instead of writing west direction, you have to use minus I. Instead of using north, you can use j, and instead of south, we can use minus j. Now, what is the direction of northeast? North is represented by j cap, east is represented by I cap. How to represent northeast? East is represented by I cap, north is represented by j cap. What will be the direction of northeast? To represent northeast direction, what is the unit vector? If this length is 5 Newton, no, this is a direction vector. We cannot change it. Okay, you cannot write I for y. You have to take I cap for x only, and j cap for y only, and k cap for z axis, unless they are mentioned in question. If they mentioned in the question, I cap is direction in y, j cap is directed in z, then only you can change it. If they are not mentioning anything, then for x you have to take I, and for y we have to take j. In most of the case, for x axis you have to take I, and for y you have to take j. In upward direction you can take k, and in downward direction you can take minus k. Okay, now what is the direction of northeast? You know the angle between northeast and east, it is 45 degree, right? What is the angle between northeast and east? It is 45 degree. So unit vector of northeast is I cap plus j cap divided by root 2. How we can represent this vector? That vector 5 Newton is a force. That force is represented as, the magnitude is 5. This 5 Newton is in northeast direction. Then its unit vector is I plus j divided by root 2. Okay. In this diagram, I have drawn a 5 Newton which makes an angle 45 degree. If the magnitude is given, the force is written as magnitude into direction. The direction is unit vector. Now, look at here. I have 2 Newton which is in northwest. How to represent this? I have second force. I have second force which is 2 Newton which is in northwest direction. You know northwest makes an angle 45 degree, and this vector is in second quadrant. In second quadrant, x is negative, so I can write minus I cap plus j cap divided by root 2. Okay. Why it is minus I cap? Because the vector is in second quadrant. So if 2 Newton acts in northwest direction making an angle 45 degree, then vector is 2 minus I plus j divided by root 2. And if 1 Newton, it is in southeast. If 1 Newton is in southeast, how to represent this vector? So we have third force, magnitude is 1. What is the direction? Can you tell me? This vector makes an angle 45 degree, or this is in southeast direction. 1 Newton, it is in southeast direction. It makes an angle 45 degree. What is the unit vector? 1 Newton is the magnitude. It is in southeast direction. So southeast direction have a unit vector in terms of I and j. So in fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative, I cap minus j cap divided by root 2, right? I is positive and y is negative. What about this? southwest. For southwest direction, there is a 7 Newton force acting in southwest. Therefore, fourth force having a magnitude 7 Newton, it is acting in southwest direction. For southwest direction, what is the unit vector? It is minus I minus j divided by root 2. Okay. The north, east, west and south, they can be simply represented by I cap, j cap, and the southwest, southeast, northwest and southwest, they can be represented in the form of I plus or minus j divided by root 2. Okay, all this northwest, southwest, northeast and southeast, they can be represented by a unit vector. So northeast, it is I plus j divided by root 2, and southwest, it is minus I minus j divided by root 2, and northwest, it is minus I plus j divided by root 2, and southeast is I minus j by root 2. We have written the directional vector. So this knowledge will be helpful in solving some of the complicated physics problems. Okay, for example, this is a simple problem of finding the displacement. Okay, a body traveled from A to B. This is 3 meter. Then B to C, it traveled 4 meter. They will ask you what is the displacement. This problem can be solved by trigonometric as well as vector. Okay, what is displacement? It is the shortest distance between initial and final position. When we are finding displacement, you have to draw a straight line, then you have to find its length, then this will give us a displacement, right? First method is a trigonometric method, simple way. It is 3 and this is 4, opposite side is 4 and adjacent side is 3, then the hypotenuse will be 5, right? Is it right? But in the vector form, we can solve in this way. First, the body has traveled from A to B. It has traveled in x-axis, so I can write 3I cap, right? Body has traveled 3 meter in x direction, then it moved from B to C. This is y direction, so I can write 3I plus, what is the second value? It is 4j cap, right? This represents a displacement vector. Okay, a body traveled from A to B. So first displacement is 3 meter in x-axis. The next is 4 meter in y direction. That's why I have written 3I plus 4j. So if you find the magnitude, then you will get to know at what distance the body is from initial. So if you find the magnitude, root of 3 square plus 4 square. So the displacement is nothing but 5. Okay. This is the simplest problem which can be solved by using trigonometry as well as vector. But few problems you cannot use the trigonometry. You have to go for a vector method. Okay, now I'll give you a simple problem. For example, a body has traveled from A to B, it is 2 meter. Then body moved from B to C, it is 1 meter. Then body moved from C to D, it is 3 meter. Then body moved from B to E, which is 2 meter. Find the displacement from A to E. Okay. So this is the last problem. Here you can use the trigonometry, but it is a very complicated calculation. Instead of this, we can go for a vector, which is a simple and a fast method, and it will be more accurate. Okay. For trigonometry, you have to go for a geometrical way, but in a vector, it is a simple way. How to solve this? A displacement vector is equal to, the first displacement is 2 meter, it is in x direction, so it is 2 I cap, plus the second displacement, it is in y direction, so I have to write 1 j. Next, plus what is the third displacement? It is 3 meter in x axis, so that's why it is 3 I cap, plus from D to E, it has traveled in y direction, therefore it is 2 j cap, right? If you simplify this, displacement vector is equal to, you can add I cap with I cap. So 2 plus 3, it is 5 I cap, plus 1 j plus 2 j, it is 3 j cap. So in physics, displacement can be represented in vector form as well as in the magnitude form. Okay. In the competitive exam, they will ask the answer sometimes in vector form and sometimes in the magnitude form. This is the vector form. The options you may have in the vector form, or you may have it in the magnitude form. If it is a vector, you may have to calculate the vector form also. Okay. And in physics, most of the thing, after finding the vector form only, we can calculate the magnitude. For example, in this problem, after finding the vector form, then you can find the actual displacement. The actual displacement is from E to A, right? Actual displacement is from A to E. This is very difficult to find in a geometrical way, but instead of using geometrical way, we can go for vector form. So I have written all the small displacement, I have added them. Keep in mind, we can add only the I cap with I cap term and j cap with the j cap term. So it is 5i plus 3j. This is the vector form. What is the magnitude of the vector form? It is root of x square plus y square. You solve this, then displacement magnitude is root of x is 5 square, 3 square, it is 9. So what is the displacement value? It is root of 25 plus 9, it is 34. Okay. So what is the distance from A to E? It is root 34. Okay. Which is the this method is simple as well as quicker. Okay. Sometimes they may ask this angle. Okay. They may ask you what is the angle. If a line is drawn from A to E, what is the angle made by this displacement with x-axis? They may ask this question. Then we can use this formula, tan theta x is equal to y coordinate by x. Here y coordinate is 3, x coordinate is 5. Then tan theta x is equal to y value is 3, x value is 5. Okay, this finding angle will be discussed in next class. So do attend the next session. So we will wind up now. So we will continue in the next session. Okay. With the next session, I will tell where we are going to use this vector in physics. Okay. Usually, the vector mathematics will be taught in second year in mathematics subject, but we need the concept of vector in physics. Usually, the force, it is a vector. Okay. A gravitational force, the force due to electrostatics, they are all vector quantity. So to solve them, we need this vector mathematics. Okay. So finding the magnitude and finding the unit vector, they are very important. So tomorrow we will discuss the application of these vectors in physics. Okay. I hope you will attend the next session. So last next so this is the last session. We will wind up. So which are the concept which have been taught till now? Please try to revise them. So in like in a class 10, no need to revise everything daily, but when you are coming for class 11 or class 12, you have to remember the previous day or previous week or previous chapter concept. If you forget the previous chapter concept, it will be difficult for the next sessions. So all the concept will be linked actually. If you miss any one class, it will be difficult for the second session. So please attend all the sessions without skipping any single session. If you skip any single session due to your health reason, try to cover it before attending the next session. Okay. So if any students who attended today's class without attending yesterday, please attend that class. Then only you can able to understand the concept which we have taught today. Okay. Okay, students. Thank you. We shall meet tomorrow. Hope you have a good day. Thank you.